Hello, I'm Dr. Timothy Johnson. Some of you may remember me from the last century as the medical editor for Channel 5, WCVB, and ABC News. And it turns out that at the same time, Dr. Murray Feingold was the equivalent at WBZ Channel 4. And so we quickly got to know about each other, met, became very good friends right off the bat. Our families became friends. And within a very short period of time, we were really close friends. People have described us, I think, quite accurately as brothers. And so I became very aware of the fact that in addition to his television work, he was also the chief of genetics at the Floating Hospital, the pediatric hospital at Tufts Medical Center in downtown Boston. And over the years, I learned about his work and was quite shocked when in the early 1980s, he said to me one day, "Tim, I'm thinking of leaving my post here at Tufts and starting a new organization to raise money for kids and their families who suffer from serious birth defects and disabilities." And I thought to myself, boy, that's a gutsy move to give up a tenured post at a major university to start an organization from scratch. But the reason he wanted to do so, and the reason he was so motivated to do so, was that he saw firsthand every day in his work how these families struggled to make ends meet financially and logistically. These kids had very special needs, and they had to see a lot of different doctors. It was very costly, and it was very complicated. And he wanted an organization that could help communicate and coordinate the care of these kids for the families and help pay for it. So he came up with the idea of starting the Genesis Fund, as it was called in those days, now called the Genesis Foundation. And within a few years, he had made it happen. I'm telling you, I was stunned at how quickly he was able to pull this off. I was on the board right from the start, still am on the board. Obviously, our friendship continued and deepened over the years, and I was able to see firsthand what he was able to accomplish through this amazing organization. Today, the Genesis Foundation is still providing unbelievable care for families with kids who have these kinds of problems. The coordination and the communication is still essential. This year, for example, the Genesis Foundation has supported the care of over 700 patients, a lot of new diagnoses, a lot of new families brought into care. They operate 6 therapeutic programs, including horseback riding for kids with these kinds of problems. They do so much good, but obviously, given the COVID-19 situation, it's much harder to raise money for these programs. We used to hold events where we could raise money. Now we have to try things like this, using technology instead of live actions. And so I'm here on behalf of my dear friend Murray, who passed away now almost 5 years ago, to say to you, this is a great organization doing great work. I hope you'll find it in your heart to support their work. I myself have made a significant contribution this year because of the very special needs they have this year. And I would urge you to do the same during this time when we honor the memory of Murray Feingold and the founding of the Genesis Foundation. Thank you for your time.